Hey folks, Ray Bassett here of raybassett.com. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about anti-aging. We hear that word all the time what is anti-aging? Well, there's two kinds of anti-aging. There's chronological, meaning you're 58, which I am. I'm going to be 59 in about 5 weeks, which means I've got 12 months before I'm 60. Why am I so happy about that? Well, I'll tell you. Because in the bodybuilding or the physique world, I get to compete with the 60 to 69 year olds. And it's going to take me about 35, 40 years to win a national show, and that's my goal. Anyway, your goal, no matter what it is, still should follow the same principles. Okay, I'm going to talk about that real quick and what my secrets are. The other anti-aging side is the biological. How you feel inside, what your numbers are when you have a blood test. Your blood pressure, your triglycerides, cholesterol doesn't really matter. It doesn't have a sensor. It doesn't really matter where it is, wherever it lies, and wherever it is, it is. But anyway, so then you have that. What my secrets are is, other than lifting weights in the gym, number one, you want to lift weights in the gym because when you lift weights in the gym, you have a metabolic effect. If your muscles break down, they rebuild, and in that process, after you work out, you're building muscle, and as you're building muscle or repairing muscle, you're burning more calories than you normally would. Where when you do cardio, you don't get that same effect. I'm not saying don't do cardio, I'm just saying that the best bang for the buck is the weight training. And we'll save that subject for another time. Anyway, what I'd like to talk about is nutrition. Now, when I train my people, they're with me, they're 100%. They're getting an A in that category. They're probably getting a C or a B in the other category, which is nutrition. And then there's hormones. Hormones is a whole different subject. We'll work on that some other time. But right now, what I'd like to talk about is what to eat and what to supplement that you can't eat. Got to remember that supplements are only a supplement of what food you can't eat, okay, or don't have time, or you're on a run. Well, I've got an answer. My saying has been for years that you can have results or you can have excuses, but you can't have both. Not in this world, not in my world, okay? So anyway, here's my first secret. It's called Fit and Firm Foods. Now, what's so neat about this is that this is kind of like a paleo, and I hate to put a name on anything, a paleo or any kind of diet, ketosis diet. Bodybuilders have been doing this for years, and that's why they look the way they do. Now, we're not trying to make everybody into bodybuilders, but again, if you follow the principles of what bodybuilders do, you will lose the little tire around your waist, around your butt, or whatever your goals are. Now, this right here, for $9, you get a huge omelet. And this is coming from farm-raised chickens. The eggs are, and then the chicken in here is from farm-raised chickens. Okay, from a farm, from an actual farm. Now you can read cage-free everything you want on a package in one of the supermarkets. If you believe it, good for you. I don't. Unless I see that chicken running around the barn, I don't believe it's anything else but not as natural as, it's not natural to me. All right, so $9 will get you that. And again, this is on my website, raybassett.com. For at night, this is what I have. This is salmon and salad right here. All right, you can go on the website, you can see what it actually looks like. But it's packaged like this, and you have about 3 or 4 days to eat this because it will rot. My God, food that rots. Have you ever had a pizza and have it sit overnight and then get up the next morning and eat it again? It tastes just like regular pizza, right? Just like you heat it up and it tastes just like it did before. Well, that's called an inflamed food. This stuff here is going to spoil. So you need to eat it as soon as you get it, or right around there. Okay, so when food spoils, that's a good thing. That means it's anti-inflammatory. My God, that word, anti-inflammatory. That means it doesn't have adulterated or processed, it's not processed foods. Okay, today food processors, their goal is to keep food on the shelves as long as they can. Now, whether it kills you, it won't show up for years after that, or you get cancer or cardiovascular disease. Okay, well, anyway, here's my other secret right here. It's already pre-made for you, $13, and this is real salmon. Salmon that didn't come from being raised in a pond We're talking about, this is real salmon that was actually caught in a wild environment, okay? This is all the fit and firm foods that you see here is from a farm, Grauman Farms up in Tomball, or Whole Foods. You can't beat it, okay? That's secret number one. Secret number two, oh my God, what do I do in between meals? That's where Marigold bars come into play. These things taste like candy. I can't believe it. It's from grass-fed beef, real grass-fed beef. Not the stuff that says grass-fed, where you take a sliver of grass and you feed it to a calf, and the calf licks it, eats it. You could call that grass-fed. The way that comes in, that is put into these bars, is actually from Europe, where they have all grass-fed cows. Okay, so all the ingredients in here are natural. There's no soil, GMOs, which is genetic modified organisms. This stuff is clean as heck. Now, how is this little bar going to fill you up? It's not supposed to fill you up. If it fills you up, that means it's got too many. You just keep eating till you can't eat anymore. That's usually processed food because you get hungrier as you go. This right here, you eat about a half a bar, and if you eat it slow, and they're kind of chewy, if you eat it slow, all of a sudden you start feeling satisfied. And that's the trick, is feeling satisfied and not full. You shouldn't feel full. You don't want to stretch your stomach out, because if you stretch your stomach out, it's just like lifting weights. You lift weights, you make your muscles bigger, then you lift more weights or heavier weights, and it makes it bigger. Well, your stomach does the same thing. It gets bigger and bigger, so you can put more food in it. If you ever wonder why people are so obese or get so obese, that's one of the issues. Plus, there's a sugar issue too. Speaking of which, these guys right here, these bars, only have anywhere from 2.5 or less grams of sugar and maybe 4 carbohydrates. So they're very low in sugar. It's, if you're doing one of those, I hate saying those diets, because it should be a Ray-Bessette diet, okay, if you want to call it a diet. Just follow what I do, and if you want to look like somebody, you got to eat like somebody, you got to live like somebody. Okay, so anyway, these guys right here are my second or just important secrets. Now, you can take these, in your purse for women. You can put them in your gym bag, but they will rot. Now, what's so good about these is when you eat them, it goes into it actually has enzymes in them because it's real food. It stirs up serotonin, it goes to your brain, it tells the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus tells the pituitary gland, hey, guess what? We're satisfied. Let's turn off the hunger switch, okay? So this right here is the greatest satisfier. And it comes in, this is a Texas praline. We've got chocolate mint, espresso for those coffee lovers. Oh my God, can you imagine having this? And actually, if you put this in the microwave for about 10 seconds and heat it up a little bit, I heard they're just like brownies. I don't do it myself because I like to eat them frozen. And by the way, you have to keep these refrigerated. Why? Because if you leave them out for a few days or a week, I've done this in the gym bag, they will rot. By God, they will mold. It's not like putting margarine in your garage for 3 years and coming back and seeing it look like margarine. Nothing's happened to it. There's no bacteria on it. Nothing's rotted. Even rats won't eat it. Rats are smarter than we are. All right. Anyway, so Marigold bars. Protein powder right here. Now this stuff right here is from Designs for Health. They're pharmaceutical grade protein supplements. Now I have an array of supplements that I do blood tests with, so that we're not wasting money on things like curcumin and stuff like that to help inflammation. But anyway, if you're looking for a good quality protein powder and you don't feel like you're getting enough from this, actually this would be enough. But this I mix it in with flaxseed cereal, okay. And other things you can mix it with. Okay, you can use it for Greek yogurt and mix it with almond milk and stir it up and put frozen blueberries in there. Oh my God, blizzards have nothing on this thing, what I'm talking about, okay? And the most important, if not, now, not to say most important, but equally as important as everything else, are my Extend Life EFAs, or they're actually called parent omega oils, meaning that, when cows graze on the grass, the photons from the sun hit the grass, give it oxygen. The cows eat the grass. The oxygenated omega-3 goes into their meat. We eat the meat, we get oxygenated. That fights off, it goes into the cell membrane, that fights off cancer. And without oxygen, we'll have disease, all kinds of disease. It could be diabetes, it could be cardiovascular disease, cancer, the top three. I'm sorry, the third would be leading cause of death in America is your doctor. Well, I probably shouldn't have said that, but look it up. Anyway, so in order to not make your doctor rich, take these, because you'll never see them. You won't see them. They oxygenate your cells on the cellular level, and it's missing from our food. So if you go to a store and it says grass-fed beef, great, you're paying a lot more money for it. If you believe it's grass-fed, good for you. I tend not to believe that it is, because there's the FDA doesn't say anything about what is actually grass-fed. You're thinking that cow or that animal has been out there in a barn or in the pasture for years and years, and then they say, come on over here, Elsie. We're gonna take you for a walk, and we slaughter them, put them out in the aisles in the supermarket, and you think that's grass-fed. Well, I don't think it works like that. Okay, so again, the EFAs is really good for your hair, skin, and nails. Your apparent omega-3s are essential for your body to have. Fish oil, on the other hand, is poison. It's adulterated omega-6 and omega-3. It's supposed to convert to DHA and EPA, okay, but your body already makes it. Also, the thing about fish oil is that it actually goes rancid at 70 degrees. Goes rancid. Have you ever walked into the supermarket and smelled the fish? Okay, that's the degrading or the rotting of fish already. So fish oil spoils at 70 degrees. Can you imagine, even if it was good and not rancid and not adulterated omega-3 and omega-6, even if you consumed it, your body at 98.6 is going to disintegrate it anyway. Now it turns into inflammation. Now all your it turns into an inflammatory, so that all of a sudden now you have all this inflammation and you got to get rid of it. And the only way to get rid of it is your antioxidants. So all your antioxidants, which are supposed to be doing this, helping everything else in your body, all the other pollutants that we take in, now is going to the adulterated omega-6 and omega-3, and so it drops down your immune system. You see the way it all works? Oh my God. And you thought fitness was not complicated? Well, it's not. Just listen to me. Anyway, just remember, if there's a will, there's a Ray. RayBassett.com. Get on that website. It's full of information. It's going to probably put me out of a job. But anyway, I'm going to sign out for now. Have a great day. Ray Bassett coming at you from RayBassett.com.